That's right, it's time for some knowledge from the coffee cup. All right, so today for our lab, what we're going to be using are some gummy bears to simulate the effects of osmosis on cells. Gummy bears are nice because we can see them. Cells are very small, so it's a little harder to manipulate them with osmosis and see them. So what are we going to be using today? Let's take a look at our materials. We've got our Harbio gummy bears, different color varieties there. We have 3 volunteers today, the green, the yellow or orange, and also red. So we're going to be using those. We're also going to be using some salt here, so normal salt that you can buy at the store, and we're going to use 32 grams of it, which I've already measured out. So we're also got our digital scale. We're also going to use 3 beakers, once again, to test all this. So we got 1, 2, 3, and we got 90 milliliters of water in these 2 graduated cylinders, which is also going to become important because osmosis is the net movement of water, so we're going to be using that, okay? Now, the salt's going to come in handy because we're going to change one of the waters by adding salt to it. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to weigh each gummy bear to figure out their starting weight. So this is the data that you'll need to log so far. All right, so the first one up is going to be our control group, Mr. Green. Yay. Okay, so as we put him on there, we have to 0 the scale. Mr. Green's starting weight, which is our control group, is 2.21 grams. So write that down. The orange one, he is a whopping 2.55 grams. And then the red one, he is 2.58 grams. So that is the data that you need to record initially to figure out their starting weights. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put them in these different osmotic states and hopefully see a change in their weight, whether that's an increase, decrease, or stay the exact same. We're going to find out. All right, so let's get everything set up real quick. Okay, so now we've got our gummy bears ready to go. I'm going to drop the gummy bear into this empty beaker right there. We're not going to put any water in this one because we have to have a control group to make sure that our experiment actually worked. So we're going to leave him just in the open container there like that, no water. The next one, we're going to add our 90 milliliters of water to each one. But in the red one, the red gummy bear's case, we're going to add that 32 grams of salt, and we're going to stir it up. And we want to make sure it's a uniform solution so that every last bit of this water is the same, that we don't have a bunch of salt sitting at the base of the water or the beaker. So we've got a bunch of water in there. We're going to go ahead and drop Mr. Red one into the very salty solution. Mr. Orange is just going to go in the normal water right there. So we have all 3 gummy bears ready to roll. Green, control, orange in pure water, and red in salt water. Okay, so we're gonna wait 24 hours, reweigh these guys, and figure out what osmotic state they were in. Now, on your lab handout, it does require you to make some predictions. So what do you think will happen to the green one, the orange one, and the red one? Will they increase in weight, decrease in weight, or stay the exact same? Okay, you make your predictions, give it a go, and we're gonna find out tomorrow.